Hello Aquarius, this is your extended reading. So this extended year for you is showing me a side of this project that you are engaging in, or that you are incredibly wholeheartedly involved in, that feels pretty lucrative, pretty profitable, and enriching in a very material kind of sense, and even financially if we're talking about that. But that could be really a possibility here, but obviously it can, take shape differently depending on the specifics in your life, Aquarius. But from the looks of the cards here in the extended, the way that things move forward once you receive the guidance from this teacher, from this mentor that showed up exactly when you were losing it, when you were completely messed up and confused with how really to accomplish what you set out to accomplish with such a high level of quality, right? It's like you really wanted to achieve something incredibly, maybe professional, maybe, perfect, reasonably perfect. But seeing that, it's like starting out with that image of accomplishing it is really enriching, right? Even though, the twists and turns from destiny, from the wheel of fortune, could have prolonged maybe the amount of time or the amount of effort that you would have to maybe sort out through the things that you did know before and things you didn't know before, right? And even opening up to receiving guidance, to receiving orientation, even if, we're talking about something that you have never done before. So going into this extended, we start out with the Knight of Wands. So this is really interesting because, when you feel like you are, in a sense, being tricked by the universe, or things are harder than you thought, or things are trickier than you thought, right, in the beginning, despite your very innocent desire to accomplish it, right? It's like your lack of experience, your lack of knowledge really was getting in the way, and maybe that was leaving you a little bit frustrated. But when this Queen of Wands shows up, right, exactly because of all the things that didn't go your way, it's like, and they show you the steps with the Two of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. It's like they really place you exactly where you need to be to start seeing some progress. And this is what I'm seeing with the Knight of Wands starting out this extended, Aquarius, because this is when you find motivation. This is when your creativity sparks again because of the help of this one, because of the guidance of this one. It's like they are truly coming as a mentor, and a very not humble, but very it's like they do not hold back in sharing the things with you. It's like they really want to make it a very well, it was coming through as palatable, I don't know if that's the right word. It's like a very tasty, very fruitful, very enriching, but very broke down step by step. It's like they really do something that is it's like giving food to a child, right? It's like you can, or a baby, it's like you cannot give an entire banana, right? They wouldn't know how to digest it. That is what they're doing with you. It's like they're giving you piece by piece, but in a very enriching kind of way, in a very inspiring kind of way. And you are being fed that in a way that it really stimulates you, and it stimulates all of the passion. And once you do learn where to start, right, you find your place in a sense, or at least the initial step, right? With the Eight of Pentacles coming next, this is so interesting because not only you know exactly what to do, you know that it's going to, require a lot of your effort, a lot of your time, a lot of your presence, but they are there with you. It's not that they are just giving you the map and, you know, marking out where you have to begin. It's like they're always there with you, because with the Eight of Pentacles, I usually see, you know, this Five of Pentacles here in the bottom, it's overlaid with another five, and this is them. It's almost like they are mentoring you, but they are what is the word? It's like they're looking over you. They are, oh God, what is the word? It's not that they just give you the map and they go away, right? They leave. It's nothing like that. It's like they keep you motivated. It's like they are this coach, in a sense, that is there while you are putting in the hard work. It's like they're not leaving your side until they can see that you have managed, which I feel like you do accomplish that. And that is the beautiful thing that ties into the Emperor card that started all of this reading. So, but let's go step by step in a very palatable kind of way. So, because it's more enjoyable, right? It's like this natural process of building something. And this is what you're doing, Aquarius. So, not only you're doing everything that you have to do, you are putting in the hours, you are putting in everything that you have, because you know what to do. You are receiving the guidance. They're right beside you, and, you know, giving all of the direction on how to proceed and how to keep this growing. But with the Tower coming next, what I'm seeing here with the Eight of Pentacles is that you are building block by block, brick by brick. There is something that you are building up, right? It's like building up a wall. This is what I'm seeing with these two cards, with your very diligent but very passionate assertion that you have to do that. That is the mission that you have to accomplish. And the way that this mentor shows you how, it's so incredible. It's like they are very wise and very knowledgeable in how to pass on the step by step that you have to do, right? Because it's not overwhelming. It's just like, do this, and then once you finish that, you do the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing. So it's like, you know, it's almost like moving this, you know, one step further, one house further. If, you know, it was like a board game, it's like you advance one step, one house further each time. It's like your place of starting each phase, it's like, you know, being pushed forward as soon as you accomplish it. So as soon as you accomplish this wall, it's like now you are going on to the next wall, and then to the next wall. And, you know, it's not even the wall itself, it's like just brick by brick. It's like, you know, that there is this very, it's not a slow progress. It's like a very visible, consistent, inspiring, and motivational kind of progress, because you're not overwhelmed by, you know, maybe by this image, that this really high standard that you established for yourself in the beginning, right? So this could have been like, you know, initially very overwhelming too, especially with your lack of experience. But knowing what to do, like, and doing so bit by bit, piece by piece, it's like you are building something very incredibly solid. It's like very solid, very incredible. So in your progress, there is somebody else there watching. So we have the King of Wands here, and it's not, that is the incredible thing. It's like, I feel like this King of Wands is like the mentor of your mentor. It's like the teacher of your teacher. So in a sense, or even, you know, they were the first ones that you knew before knowing where they learned everything that they know. It's like this is the source, the primary source that they are delving into and that they are sharing with you. But I feel like, Aquarius, you're not really aware of the presence of this one. It's almost like this mentor of yours who is directly working with you and guiding you. It's like they are there with you day by day, right? They are working with you consistently, like in each step of the way, in each phase that you are accomplishing, right? It's like they are the ones that you know, that you see, that you are aware of, and that you listen to them. But I feel like because you are being such a great student, right? Such a great apprentice, it's like they are so proud of you that they call in their own mentors, their own teachers. It's like they want to show who taught them what they know today, what you as their apprentice is doing with the things that you have received from them. It's like this passing on the knowledge, right? It's like this beautiful chain of passing along information that is enriching, that is very constructive. And it's like they are proud of you, and they are proud of you indirectly, right? Because they see your progress, and so do they. It's like they know that with what they passed on to the Queen of Wands, and now to you as the Knight of Wands, it's like there is a real value, a real treasure that is embedded in those walls, right? Is embedded in that process of learning. And so it gets to a point really where even people that you didn't imagine would pay attention to what you're doing and to the progress that you are accomplishing, it's like they are seeing it, right? And I feel like somehow, even if you are aware of them or not, right? If you are aware of the audience in a sense that is accompanying your progress, with this Five of Cups coming next, this ties back to this Five of Pentacles. It's like there is, well, remember, you started out as the Page of Cups. So everything that was in you, pushing you to do so, it's like to want to do it in the first place, was your heart. Your a very pure intention to make that thing happen, to bring that thing to life, right? To light up the tree in Christmas, right? So I feel like when you're given this step by this Queen of Wands, you treat it as a very practical, a very reasonable, a very tactical kind of decision. It's like, yes, I've been given this direction, so I'm following it step by step in a very practical manner, right? But once you see the progress, and once you see everything that you are actually building yourself, Aquarius, and that it is getting the attention not only of this mentor of yours, but the mentor of the mentor, right? Like a higher up. It's like you are getting all eyes on you in a sense, but with your diligent work, with your practical work of following the guidance. And when you see the progress, right? Because at first you weren't seeing, you were just wanting it to be that way, or wanting to figure out intuitively perhaps, and it wasn't working. And then once you got to the practical side of it with a very tangible kind of, you know, step-by-step guide to follow, it's like you can then just let the emotions flow. It's like you have the sensation that you can splash the practical side with a little bit of innocence, but also like emotion, right? It's like it doesn't have to be something so cut and dry, or something so practical that is like, you know, the objectivity of it cuts all of the emotion of it. It's like you can join both, right? And this is what you're doing. And this is the wonderful part of it, Aquarius. Once you just water all that you're doing already with this very objective kind of planning, right? And not only planning, but sticking to it and working with it, like doing the work, putting in the hours. Your effort is showing you that together with all that you had already brought since the first initial spark of inspiration, right? That heartfelt desire to make that thing happen. When you bring that back and you join with the things that you have now learned, it's like you see yourself belonging to it. This is what actually this card was talking about, the Nine of Pentacles in it. So it's such a beautiful thing, because I feel like once you know the first step, right? It's like you are seeing only the next step and the next step, and you are moving forward. It's like there is advancement, there is progress, and in such a beautiful, constructive kind of way that you can see evidence of it. There is something that you can touch. It's like it's really tangible, right? It's not something that is just in your mind running in loose loops, right? It's like there is a sense of order and progress, and which is, I'm just laughing internally because these are the two words that are written in the Brazilian flag. So yeah, just a little parenthesis there. So yeah, order and progress. I feel like you are doing exactly what you set out to do, but what you're being told that is the best way to do, and how you can complement it with all of your sensitivity. And so the Nine of Pentacles is talking about seeing it if it was the first time. So what I'm seeing here with you in the middle and, you know, the walls here, it's like once you have finished like the first, the second, the, you know, third, however many steps you have finished, it's like you are now seeing evidence of the walls that you have built. Like you know, when you are so into a project, you don't realize how much you really have accomplished. And I feel like this is what is making you feel like you belong, right? Because with the 5, it's like there is a sense of right place, right time. So when you feel that, it's not just given to you or shown to you. When you feel that, when you incorporate that feeling and you acknowledge everything that you have built, I feel like there is a moment of awe. It's like you're just in awe with everything that you have done, following the steps that you were taught, but also like being grateful. So we end up here with the 10 of Pentacles, which is incredible. It's like this is the shift in the progress that you weren't seeing in the beginning. And, you know, fate playing a little bit of, you know, a trick on you, but not a trick really to hinder you in any way. It's almost like the twists and turns that were, you know, challenging you were actually perfect to put this person, this mentor, in your way so that you could find a clever way to do so, or a more practical way, or a more efficient way. Because in this way, in this map that you're given, in this step-by-step guide, it's like that there is real progress, right? We go from the 8 to the 9 to the 10. And this is where I feel like the moment that you're not really paying attention to, well, first of all, what you're building, that is the Tower, right? And who is there observing you, who is there really paying attention to everything that you're doing. And once it is done, once it is ready, I feel like you get this sense of, you know, just taking a few steps backwards and just looking at everything that you have built, everything that you have created yourself with your own work, with your own effort. And when the 10 of Pentacles comes, it's like there is another one there. And so this is the tricky part, because I don't know whether, you know, it could be both, or it could be, you know, first there is your mentor who was there by your side every step of the way, but then there is this other mentor, right? The mentor of your mentor. So whoever this other person is that gets into the room to just see how is the result, the end result that you have, you know, accomplished to finish. It's like they are, as you are admiring yourself, it's like there is another person, or even two people that want to acknowledge everything that you have made, right? Everything that you have achieved in a very, it's a very inspirational kind of progress and accomplishment. And you do so in a way that it's enriching, right? And this is how I feel like the enriching part of it doesn't need to be only the emotional fulfillment where you feel like you belong, where you feel like you are part of it, where you feel like you have made it yourself, right? And that brings another taste to it, right? It's like this accomplishment taste that it's like just so delicious, right? But it can also be financial, right? We have all of these pentacles, and we started out with the Emperor, who, if we, you know, if we really take it literally, it's like very well off, very wealthy, very rich, right? Incredibly rich, even financially, right? So it's like part of it is seeing that you have managed to build something so consistently, right? It's like when you really allow this mentor to teach you how to do it, it's like you have this step-by-step guide that moves you in a true progression, right? And enriching progression, one that you can even, you know, make profit out of it perhaps, right? And even share it, right? Because in a sense, it's not that you owe everything that you have accomplished to this mentor or to the other mentor, but it's the desire to share it, right? To share everything that you have achieved, which is so gorgeous, Aquarius. Oh, this is so beautiful. So let's see now what the astrological runes have to add as a final guidance for you, Aquarius. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. So let's see what the runes have to add as a final guidance for you. Okay. So this is really, really gorgeous. Actually, this midheaven, MC, is meio do céu in Portuguese, which is midheaven in English. It's talking about this emperor, this very high standard, this perfect thing, the high quality level that you wanted to achieve from the beginning. And the reason why I say that is because the midheaven is the highest point in the birth chart. So it's like this very beautiful treetop. To me, the fourth house, the IC, is the roots of the tree, and then the midheaven, because it's like the highest point, it's the one connected to the treetop, right? It's like this blossoming of the seed that grew, and this is the whole process. It's like you were growing this thing with such care, with such beauty, with such emotion, but also with a lot of logic and practicality, and following the rules, following the steps, following the guidance, and putting in the work. So you achieving this level of success, even if we're talking about financial success, it's like it's more than deserved, right, Aquarius? It's because you have built it. So it's natural that this tree has grown to blossom in this beautiful kind of way, because you have, it's like you set out to accomplish something that was incredibly high level, right? But you managed to do so. It's like, here it is. It's your reward. It's your present, in a sense, right? That you now can collect all of the recognition, all of the positivity, all of the success, right? And in a way that feels like purposeful. This is also something that the midheaven talks about, right? Our purpose in life, our mission in life. What mission do you have to accomplish? It's like you really managed to accomplish it, to achieve it. And so congratulations to you. This is so incredible, Aquarius. I feel so blessed actually to do this for you, because I love to, you know, translate all of the beautiful things that come through. Yeah, so I just have to acknowledge when they come, because not always, you know, it's a beautiful reading of success, but when it is, I just feel like I do have to honor it and to thank for it. And I feel like you are doing so too. So maybe I'm just reflecting what you're doing now. So thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.